Hey everybody, this is David Branderhorst, and today we're asking the question, are you building your business in reverse? Now before we get started, if you could hit that like and subscribe button to be notified of future content, we would greatly appreciate it. Now if you're like most authors, coaches, or course creators, you probably had a time in your life where you realized that you have certain knowledge and expertise that could really help people. There are things that you know, wisdom, experience that you have, that truly makes a difference in other people's lives whenever you tell them that and you share those things with them. And as a result, you thought, wow, wouldn't it be great if I could do this full time? If I could create courses and a coaching program or a business around all these things so that you could go out and have a huge impact on people and as well earn an income and get paid for it. And you probably thought, well, how do I do this? I'm going to build this online. I'm going to do all this to reach the most people possible. And you probably followed a path similar to this. Let me know if this resonates and sounds familiar with you. Now, you probably started to build your business. You have a message, a passion, or a program maybe that you've already created. And you decided, I'm going to start my business around this. I'm going to build around this. This is what I really love. And so maybe you created a course because you know, hey, I can create a course that teaches all the things that I know about a certain thing, and I can sell it as many times as you want. You can create a coaching program where you can help people one-on-one or in a group and really interact with them and make a difference in their lives. Or maybe you decided to write a book that establishes your authority and shows yourself as being an expert in your space. And then you realize, hey, I need to have a presence online. I need to go out and I need to build myself up there so people know who I am and what I'm about. So maybe you're not tech savvy, so you go off and you spend a lot of money to help create a really nice website. And maybe you do it yourself, or maybe you hire somebody and you get this really nice looking website. Beautiful images, beautiful things on it. It all looks great. It talks about you, who you are, and what you offer the world. And then you realize, oh, hey, I really need some marketing funnels so that my customers can go through to them to buy the things that I offer. So maybe you subscribe to a funnel software and are paying monthly fees for that. And then you're like, well, I have to have a place to put my course. So then you go out and buy a course hosting software so that you have a place to put all your programs and to do all those types of things. And then you'll launch yourself. You start posting on social media. Maybe you speak at a local event. Maybe there's another thought leader in your space who says, hey, why don't you come speak to my audience? Why don't you come and share with my group? They would love to hear about what you're doing. And you do that, and you get a couple sales. You get a sale here or there, and you're like, great. And people who know you already, who have a relationship with you and know what you're about, a few of them will buy and jump in because they know how good you are at what you're doing. But then once you work that initial group, things tend to slow down. You don't really start to see a lot of buying from people you don't already know, you don't already have a relationship with. They're not just all rushing in to buy what it is that you're offering, and you're kind of left wondering, what did you do wrong? Why isn't this working? Why isn't all this just happening? You put all this stuff out, you created all these things, but people aren't rushing to buy what it is that you put out there. And you feel like, hey, you followed what the experts told you to do. You put all the pieces to the puzzle in place. You bought everything you were supposed to buy. You put all the elements in place. Everything's out there. Why didn't this work? Now, there's a reason for this. And I want you to think about it like this. I want you to think about the analogy of building a house. Okay, so let's decide you get to a certain point in your life. You're like, I want to build a house. And I don't want to buy another house that's already out there. I want to build a house that's specifically designed to suit our needs. Maybe you're a person who's married with a few kids and you're like, we need something with space. Lots of bedrooms, lots of bathrooms, so we have space so we're not tripping over each other. The kids will stop fighting so much. And we have space for everyone to live and to be out of each other's hair. Maybe you're a single, or maybe it's just you and another person, and you want something smaller because you're like, I just want something that's, just for us that we can live in and that's not so big so we don't have so much to take care of. But you sit there and you come up with a plan. You come up with this, like, these are our goals. These are the objectives. This is what we want to achieve. And then from there, you're going to say, okay, now that we know what we want, we're going to have blueprints drawn up. So we can actually put on paper and design what everything is going to look like, and we lay it all out on paper so we know this is an image of what we want to do. And then you start going out and looking for the right place to build your home. You know, some people like to live in urban areas or suburban areas or rural areas. You find the location that fits your goals and fits your dreams of what it is that you want to do. And so you're going out and you're doing all these things and you're putting all these things in place. And you're doing so that you know that you're going to get the end result that you want. You have a clear strategy and you put it out. And then you execute on that strategy to get the end result that you are going for. Now let's assume that you decide not to do it that way. Let's assume that rather than do a plan, rather than draw blueprints, that you decide, I'm going to go out and I'm going to buy a bunch of lumber. I'm going to buy a hammer and a bunch of nails, maybe some other tools that I'm going to need along the way, and I'm just going to start building. I'm just going to get all the tools and I'm going to start building my house. I'm going to start putting it together. Well, if you do that, I have a feeling your house is probably going to look something like this. It's not going to be lined up correctly. Things are not going to be where they need to be. Everything's going to be out of alignment and out of whack. The plan is not clear, so you don't know how to space everything. You don't know how to align everything. You don't know where all the different, how everything should be set up because you're going by the seat of your pants and you didn't stop ahead of time to create a solid plan before you started to build. Now, you may be thinking, hey, that's kind of a silly example, and I'll admit it is. But let's take a step back and think about how most people build their online business. Most people go out, and when they start to build an online business, they think, well, I need a website. So I'm going to go out and I'm going to build a website, and I'm going to have a talk about me, who I am, and what I do. And then I need a course. So I'm just going to create a course, and I'm going to go out and build a course, and I need a funnel, and I need an email list. And, you know, I may need some other things, some payment services to do my payments. I need all these things. So I'm going to get all the tools in place and lay them all out and put all the tools out there. And you've done all that. And then you put it all out there and you start promoting your website. You start promoting your different things. And you realize you're not getting a lot of engagement. You're not getting a lot of people to buy. And you're confused and wondering why. Well, let's think back to the house example. What you just did was grab the hammer, grab a bunch of lumber and the nails, and start building without a plan. Now, here's where your problem happened is you never did the research, you never did the strategy before you built your business to ensure that you're building something that customers actually want. Let me tell you, there's no worse feeling in the world than to go out there, put your heart and soul into creating something, building a course, building a coaching program, building a service or a product. You put all your energy in it. You put everything you got into it. You launch it out in the world and thinking everybody's going to want this thing, and it's just crickets. All of your energy, all your heart, all your soul into this thing, all your love and passion poured into it, and no one buys it. That is devastating when that happens to people. Absolutely devastating. And all of that can be avoided if you learn from our home example. If you learn to do your strategy first. If you learn to do your research and your planning first before you go off and do and get all your tools and start doing the building. Now, what are some of the things that you need to consider? First of all, the first thing you need to do is you need to have a really clear understanding of who your ideal prospect even is. I'm amazed at how many times I talk to people. They already have a program, they already have a course or something out there, and I ask them, okay, so who's your ideal client? And they're vague. They're saying, I help entrepreneurs. Okay, that's a really big, wide bucket. Or I help authors. Okay, well, I help people who are wanting to lose weight. Okay, all of those are really big buckets of people. And it's too broad. And in the world that we live in, where there are so many options and so many service providers, you can't be that broad because it's not specific enough. People want to know specifically what makes you different, specifically what makes you unique. And you need to, and before you can do that, you need to first understand who is it specifically that you're trying to help. If you're trying to help people lose weight, what is specifically that you're doing? What is your method specifically targeted to? Who are those people that you're best suited to serve? What are they struggling with? What are they having problems with? Where is this something that's causing them pain? You need to understand your prospect first. You need to get deep into the research of, this is exactly who my ideal customer is. This is who they are, and this is what they're like, and this is where they're having problems. And once you have that clear, now you can create a solution for that specific problem. And so that when you offer that solution to them, those people that you're marketing to are going to say, that's exactly what I need, because you would understand exactly who I am. Now I know that you're hearing me and you're providing something that's exactly what I need. Once you understand how to create an offer that you need to know how to find your prospects online. Whether you realize it or not, all prospects gather online. We all do this. We all go online on different platforms, whether it be Facebook or whatever, Instagram, whatever it may be. We go on all these platforms, and we do it in such a way that we're looking for people that we can join in groups who have similar interests to us. Maybe they're struggling with similar problems, or maybe they have similar goals, and we join groups like that because those are the groups we're interested in. Well, you as a business owner need to know what those groups are and how to find those people, how to locate them. And once you do, how do you communicate in those groups? How do you market to those people? How do you put your message out there so people will be interested in what it is that you're doing, and they will want to engage with you and learn more? Now, this is being strategic about building your business. See, rather than just going out and building a website without a plan, this is creating the plan and the strategy first. This is putting all your positioning in ahead of time, doing your research and your work ahead of time, because the sad part of it is, if you build the website first, if you go out and build all these other resources and tools first, what's going to happen is you're probably going to have to do them over. You're going to have to go back in a second time and fix it all and do it a second time, because you didn't communicate it well the first time. You didn't set it up right. You didn't position your offer well so that people would truly be interested and understand how you're going to solve their problem. So what you need to do is you need to develop your strategy first, and then once you have all your strategy, you know your positioning, you know this is definitely what people want, this is what people need, this is what's going to get people excited to buy, then you start building your websites, then you start building your marketing funnels, and then you start doing the other things that you need to position and build all your other marketing resources to do those things. Again, it's just like the house scenario. You come up with your goals and your plan, you build your blueprint, you find your location, and then you buy all the materials and tools to start building. If you follow this plan, it's going to go much better for you, be a much easier path, and you're going to have success much faster than if you just start jumping in and just start throwing a bunch of stuff up on a website and hope to get lucky. Now, if this is something that you would like to get more help with, or this is something you would like to learn, how do I do this? How do I put all these things into play? David, can you help me? Can you show me how to do all these things? I would invite you to go check out designlaunchgrow.com. This is a service that we provide to authors, coaches, and course creators specifically. We do this just to help those people go out and be able to learn how to do all these things and learn how to position themselves strategically and well, so that when they do go out into the marketplace, people see the value of what it is that they're doing, and they will want to buy what it is that you're offering. So check that out if that's of interest to you, because we would love to help you be able to speed up your success and to amplify your message and to be able to help you get more successful than what you've been so far. If you have questions, as always, please leave them in the comments below. We would love to hear from you. Otherwise, I hope you found this video helpful, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next one. Have a great day, everyone.